cover, no cover, no cover, no cover.
Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. Brian Anderson here, alongside Grant Hill and Richard Jefferson, with Ali LaForce joining us from the floor. And so many young stars emerging in this league, checking in on the Rookie of the Year race here in January. You look at Walker, right in the thick of this season. He is the guy when it comes to Rookie of the Year. What a year he's having.
And this is the type of player you have to be excited about. There's no question he should be at the top of the Rookie of the Year rankings.
He has to be. The thing that's impressed me most is his mental toughness. He's got the kind of poise that you just don't see in a lot of rookies.
Now the starting group for the visitors. We've got George, and it's Diawara in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. We've got Walker, and it's Magician in at the four-man position. We know things can get heated between these two, Grant. No love lost in this match.
Let's hoop, fellas.
And that competitive fire, it grows when you're in the same conference. You get to see each other.
Already got one.
You know, BA, I think we're in for some good theater in this one. You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
From 8 feet, shots blocked. Outside Walker. There's the drive, and he parries his first look.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now here's George. Pass to Starling. Back to George. Shoots over Walker. Second chance shot. And he lays it up and in.
Second chance points are always painful. Have to make the effort to box out.
Yeah, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say they need to emphasize rebounding going forward.
Here's Magician. Looking at his stats, he's putting up about 7.5 per game. Fires the three. The rebound by Diawara. Gone 1 for 3 so far. Pass to Starling. Lets the three fly. Fires it in the triple.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
Now here's Walker. 27 points his last game. Here's Magician. And there's a 3-second violation. Gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. George against Walker. George, good.
Always a good possession when you can get that kind of look.
Walker against George. Walker's shot is off. Gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Starling, a quick shot there. It's off target.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Walker against George. Looking to end the run. And the jam by Walker.
What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
A point guard getting up like that? Boy, that is special.
Pass to Freeman. Back to George. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
Walker with it. Looking at his stats, currently averaging 27 points a game. Here's Freeman. Sinks it from distance.
Pick works well there, but the defense left a lot to be desired.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Here's Magician. He's scoreless. Pass to Starling. Walker against George. Clock at 6. It's tipped. And that goes out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? You take a look at the home team. Their efforts so far have put them 5th in the conference with plenty of time left to move up. Right behind them, just 1 spot down. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Starling. Off target from 3-point range. shooting so far. Here's Walker driving inside.
Oh my god, nigga, you have a right hand, bro. This shit that pissing me off, bro. It might be this dumbass layup package. I'll take this shit off, bro. I can't. This nigga has a right hand and wants to just lay the ball on the left side, do fancy shit all the fucking time. Like, this shit is annoying.
Here's Walker. And a nice finish on the layup.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
He's gotten 50% of their shots to fall so far. They're 5 of 10. For 3, George. No good that time.
His consistency just hasn't been there this quarter in terms of his shooting.
Pass to Hall. And here's Walker. Here's Magician. To the inside. And Hall gets it to go. And this game is tied up now.
It's harder to thread those passes inside, but the reward is evident.
Back to George. Here's Starling. And a miss there on the triple.
He is just so deadly from out there. You expect that
Shot.
Well, grab for a late first-round pick. Cam Thomas is the certified bucket.
Yeah, B.A. He's got every shot in the book. And he's still rounding out the other aspects of his game. But if you need to score, that he can provide.
And Jorge Fernandez wants a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Oh, shit.
Murphy, he's checked in for Freeman. Let's see some of the numbers here for him.
And over the last 5 games, his field goal percentage has increased. And you can make a case his confidence as well because of this.
Yep, count it.
What I want to know is, where is the rim protection? That was just too easy.
Gone 6 of 9 and finding their rhythm now. And there's a pick. Walker passes to the Magician. Here's Magician, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game.
I'm sorry, bro.
And here's Walker, 6 on the shot clock.
Oh my
And the
god,
officials will
bro.
call the illegal screen here.
Picking up that second foul early is tough. He'll have to be careful, and we'll see how much coach trusts him to not get that third.
Now Anthony, doing some damage on the offensive end, putting up a little over 14 points a game. Magician, pass to Anthony, deflected! And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Walker. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
There's a minute 40 left to play in the first quarter. Pass to Magician, to the paint. 4 on the clock. From deep. And Anthony hits from deep.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
Anthony's gone 1 for 2 from the three-point line. Walker passes to the Magician. There's the triple. The rebound by Magician.
I'm gonna play this shit later. I just don't play playing this shit no more. How much I have? 17, 20. I'll be back.